Hey, Ian. Hey, Josh. How you guys going?
Good.
Today, speaking to a client, and we're talking about custom mapping, and I just wanted some clarity in terms of our audience. What is a custom map? Ian, can you start probably for us?
So in the context of what we do, everybody's familiar with Google Maps, Apple Maps, where you can zoom in on the map and you get more detail, and you zoom out on the map and you get the right level of detail. That's achieved by doing this trick they call map tiles, where at every zoom level you have a different version of each little square piece of the map with the appropriate level of detail on it. So when you zoomed right out to a suburb, you don't have street names. When you zoomed right into a street, you'll see the street names and the numbers and the shops. A lot of times you don't want what Google have given you. We have customers where the Google satellite view, for example, is bare dirt with just roads in it, and that's not what's really there at the time. We have other customers who want hand-drawn maps. So for an event, they might want a map that's in the style of all of their marketing material, not an actual photograph. And so we generate the data that we need to produce these tiles at all of the zoom levels we want them, and then run them through some software that generates the tiles so that we can then load them into mobile apps or websites in that same way that you can zoom in and out of them and see the level of the detail you need at each zoom.
Right, fantastic. Okay, that explains to me. So if your venue, say a private venue, for example, it could be a golf course or a vineyard or an outdoor premise or even an indoor premise, I take it, that's when you need a custom map where Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever map solution provider is not going to be updated, correct?
Yeah, not updated or not suitable for what you want for your project. For an event, for example, a satellite view of the area that your event is probably not what you want in terms of promoting your event and what's at the event.
Yeah,
a lot of
if you've got
times
a
there
festival,
are
for example, if you take the satellite map of a field, it's going to just be a dirt field. It's not going to be able to, show your, people going to whatever event you've got or whatever festival you got where anything is.
Yeah, exactly. And, an event, there's some really important locations, where's the stage, where's the entrance, where are the toilets? And they're quite likely to be temporary things that will never show up in Google Maps or Google Satellite View because they're trucked in for your event and taken away after your event, but you really want the attendees of the event to be able to find those things.
Right.
Where's the ATM, where's the bar, all of those sorts of questions.
Or the temporary portaloo, for example, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So Josh, remember, I think you were talking the other day about this place that you went to record for a custom map. Was that sort of comparable to what Google had, or was it completely different?
Different in the sense that the detail that we can capture is unique. So probably the best way of describing it is, Ian was saying this before actually, if Google provides you, every point of detail, it might not be important for what our customer is looking to show. So you want to highlight specific things, and that's what we can achieve using the custom maps.
Great. Okay, that's great.
We can also do a trick where we can provide much better detail on Google's satellite view. It's not all satellite, some of it comes from aerial photography, but they have a maximum zoom that you can go into. And for example, a real estate agent might want to be able to show off the solar panels on the roof of the house or the shape of the back garden and pool area. And quite often, if you try and zoom that close in on Google Maps, it goes all pixelated and they can't show it, even if it's in their data at all. There are ways that we can provide that much higher resolution stuff. We can zoom in much, much closer so that you can see things like that if we choose to.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. I think that's really well clarified as to why someone would need a custom map. So fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Good.
No problem.